Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. Tennis Express, ordered today and it ships today. The 2017 Australian Open draw is out and it's time to get your popcorn ready for some pretty incredible tennis. Here are the matches we think you should be watching. First, Belinda Bencic versus Venus Williams. Now last year, Venus Williams made it to the Australian Open final for the first time since 2003, and she would have become the tournament's oldest champion had it not been for Serena. This year, Williams has a very tricky first-round matchup with 20-year-old Swiss Belinda Bencic. Now Bencic had an 18-match winning streak going, then lost to Angelique Kerber at the Hopman Cup. But the former world number 7 is fit and in form after a long run of injuries in 2017. Meanwhile, Venus is back in the top 5 and looking like a true threat to win this title at 37. This might be a tricky draw for the American, but it's even tougher for Bencic, who has lost to Williams in all 4 of their previous matches. Okay, how about Denis Shapovalov versus Stefanos Tsitsipas? Two immensely talented teenagers. World number 50, Denis Shapovalov, turned the tennis world on its ear last summer when he became the youngest player to ever reach a Masters 1000 semifinal in Montreal in August. And he backed that performance up by becoming the youngest player to reach the second week of the US Open since 1989. He's going to be going up against Stefanos Tsitsipas from Greece. He is a former junior number 1, and at 80 in the world, he's the highest ranked player to ever come out of Greece. Their first round match will put the one-handed backhand on display and promises to be very entertaining. Tsitsipas has yet to earn a win at a Grand Slam event, and Shapovalov has won 2 of 3 against Tsitsipas in juniors, for those of you keeping score at home. And another great match, Andrei Rublev versus David Ferrer. Russia's Andrei Rublev has really been making a name for himself over the last year. The 20-year-old is seeded at a major for the first time, and he reached the Doha final in the first week of the season, proving that his trip to the US Open quarterfinals last year was no fluke. But the lean, mean fighting machine from Moscow will face a big challenge when he faces 35-year-old David Ferrer. They both play a very punishing style, and even though Ferrer may be past his prime, he is in fantastic form so far this season. Will the legendary Spaniard be able to keep Rublev at bay, or will the Russian win it? We can't wait to find out. That's our list of exciting first-round matchups at this year's Australian Open. Action set to begin on Sunday in Melbourne, so clear your schedule, pop that popcorn, and keep it tuned to Tennis TV for all things Australian Open. We'll see you next time.